Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. At the end of the college basketball season, where Villanova defeated North Carolina April 4th, 2016, in the end of the tournament championship, I showed how that game, that championship, was a major tribute to the Catholic Church, Pope Francis, and the Jesuit order within the Catholic Church. Here we are now, September 4th, 2016. It's a Sunday, the Christian day of worship. The final game for week one of the college football season of the new year is going to be Notre Dame, the Catholic school, visiting the Texas Longhorns. And what I want to show in this video is how this is another major tribute to Pope Francis, the Catholic Church, and the Jesuit order. This morning, this same Sunday morning, September 4th, 2016, Mother Teresa was made Saint Teresa, which in the Catholic tradition is a special honor given to someone who was passed, who was connected to the Catholic Church and was of spiritual influence. In history's past, it's taken centuries to become a saint. Mother Teresa didn't die all that long ago, so she became a saint relatively quickly. We're also going to talk about how Notre Dame, the Catholic school, connects to Mother Teresa and the United States of America and more. So check this out. The game's about to get underway. It's at to kick off at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7:30 Eastern. Remember the time 4:30. It's going to be relevant. If you're new here, I talk about gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words, which is a practice that comes from ancient languages of the world, including Hebrew and Greek. The Old Testament of the Bible was written in Hebrew. The New Testament of the Bible, which the Christians go by, was retranslated in Greek from Aramaic. Gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words, very relevant to both of those languages, Hebrew and Greek, which were based on lettering and numbering systems. And what I am sharing with the world is that our English language is based very much on this same system. I'm sure if I could go back and read that ancient Greek, which was 26 letters in length, just like English, there'd be a lot of parallels. Anyhow, King James in gematria sums to 89. There's a King James Bible. This year, LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers won the NBA Finals on the real King James's birthday, June 19th. Religion equals 89. You might recall that the Warriors lost with 89 points. The Cavs won with 93. Oracle Arena equals 93. 93, the number of Saturn, the keeper of time. Anyhow, King James, religion, fighting Irish, all gematria of 89. Notre Dame are the fighting Irish. They are a Catholic school, a religious school. The word Catholic in gematria, the small way, sums to 35. We've only had one Catholic president in the United States of America. That was JFK, the 35th president. So check this out. The secret society within the Catholic Church, the Jesuit order, there's a lot of Jesuit schools in the United States of America, a lot of good Jesuit athletic programs, especially in basketball. Jesuit equals 84, just like Sunday. And it was the Catholic Church that once changed the Christian day of worship to Sunday, making it punishable in lands where they had governmental control. So Sunday, Jesuit, both gematria of 84. The current Pope of the Catholic Church, Pope Francis, is the first Jesuit Pope. Has 84 birth numerology. We'll talk more about that. United States of America, this nation, also gematria of 84. Think about how in our history books, in the USA's history books, we teach that Christopher Columbus discovered the New World, the Americas, when there were already native people here, so the way we're taught doesn't make any sense. How can you discover something where people already live, you know? But anyhow, Christopher Columbus, CC, sent over and paid for by the Catholic Church, the CC. 33 is the number of Freemason obsession, and a lot of people think that there's separation between the Catholic Church and Freemasonry because of history's past, but that was all deception of the people. All of this stuff is in bed together. Freemasonry, the Catholic Church, Zionism, it's all interconnected. It's all under the same umbrella. They are the components of the New World Order, the One World Order, which many U.S. presidents have spoken about. George H.W. Bush said the New World Order would be realized 11 years to the day of September 11th, the major tragedy in New York, the 11th state with the big buildings that look like 11s, where the first flight to hit them was Flight 11. 11, the master number in numerology. So the official name of the Jesuit order is the Society of Jesus. They're the Jesuits, or they're the Society of Jesus. Society of Jesus, gematria of 191. Today, the Catholic school is playing the Texas Longhorns. Texas Longhorns 191. What a fit. This is why they are chosen to face the Catholic school on Sunday on this special day with Mother Teresa, which we're getting to. Again, this year the college championship. Show you this first. The Jesuit order, their birthday September 27th, 1540. This year on September 27th, or this past September 27th, 2015, nearly a year ago now, Pope Francis left the United States of America on this day, the first Jesuit pope leaving the U.S. on the Jesuit order's birthday through Philadelphia, the original capital, the city name from the book of Revelation, the book of prophecy that closes out the Bible. From the day he left until the day Villanova, the Catholic school just outside of Philadelphia, won the basketball championship, was a span of 191 days. How fitting. Catholic school, tribute to the Catholic Pope. The final score of that game was Villanova 77, North Carolina 74. Jesus equals 74, Christ equals 77. 77, 74, the game ended on 2 miracle shots. Something strange is going on in the world. If you haven't seen my work on the tournament, the college basketball tournament, all the rigging by the numbers, all the Catholic tributes, including the championship game, please go back and check that out. A brother hit the game winner for the team just outside of Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. I say a brother hit it because his brother was on North Carolina. Sports are more scripted than people know. They are scripted by the numbers. They are scripted with major tributes to events going on in society. That's what we're talking about here. The Pope visiting the country, something that doesn't happen that often. We're about to get to Mother Teresa becoming Saint Teresa today. Here's Pope Francis, born December 17th, 1936, currently 79 years old. The word champion equals 79. Championship in his honor not long ago for Villanova. The word murder also equals 79. We'll talk about the 33-day Pope who was murdered to close this out. Pope Francis, his date of birth, a date with 84 numerology. He's the first Jesuit Pope. If you haven't seen my older video on him riding the train, doing the hidden hand Masonic pose, you got to check that out. It's a Freemasonry pose. He's in the Catholic Church. A lot of people think the Catholics and the Freemasons are foes. They are not. That's public perception. That's misinformation. Check this out as well. Pope Francis and Longhorns in gematria both sum to 122. The word Elohim, the Jewish word for God, has gematria of 122. Once upon a time, it was the Jewish people who created the Catholic Church for more controlled opposition within the religion of Christianity. The word Freemason in the Francis Bacon method also has gematria of 122. Pope Francis, Longhorns, a nation founded and run by Freemasons up to the present. From the day Pope Francis left until today is 343 days. Remember, this game starts at 4:30. The number 191, which we talked about, is the 43rd prime number. A prime number is where only 1 and the number itself can divide into it. So nothing divides into 191 besides 191 and 1. It's the 43rd prime number. The word champion equals 43. Villanova became the champion. The big way, champion equals 79, like Pope Francis's age. So now here's the other piece. Mother Teresa made a saint very quickly today. We'll talk about why today and what it had to do with the death of Will Smith, the football player for the Saints earlier this year. But look at this. Saint Teresa equals 41. Notre Dame equals 41. USA equals 41. We talked about the connection between Jesuit and United States of America. The number 41 is the 13th prime. And think about this nation, 13 colonies, 13 stripes, 13 years of public school programming, USA 41, 41 the 13th prime. The day the Jesuit order was established was a date with 91 numerology, September 27th, 1540. Remember, this practice of numerology, gematria, this stuff goes back thousands of years. So 1540, in terms of the length this knowledge has been around, not even that long. If you sum every number 1 through 13 together, like right here, it totals 91. 91. Connection 41, 13, 91, all these numbers interrelated. Today's date, September 9th, 2016, it's also a date with 49 numerology. Earlier this year on April 9th, also a date with 49 numerology, 4994. Number 91 for the saints drop dead. Number 91 for the saints drop dead. At the time, I showed what was suspicious about this. It happened the same night that Will Smith, the actor, was getting a Lifetime Achievement Award at the MTV VMAs. The setting that night for the awards was gold and black, just like the Saints' colors. He was just in a movie called Focus, which was set in New Orleans, that had a lot to do with football and gambling, where Will Smith played. Plus more. I put out multiple videos on that, a lot of information. In the CNN coverage of the killing of this man right here, Will Smith, in their segment, all of a sudden the camera just stopped on this word, focus, and just kept it there for a period of time. When Will Smith, the actor, getting this award at a related, ceremony, just having starred in the movie Focus. In the write-up when Will Smith died, they said how his dream was about joining the FBI. Will Smith, he might have really faked his death because the story was so bogus and by the numbers. This guy might really be working for the FBI under a false identity. And this story might have been all part of this agenda, cluing in by the numbers. We live in a world where propaganda is created every day by the numbers, for news, for propaganda, for agenda. I want to show you something else about the death of Will Smith in regards to Mother Teresa becoming a saint. There's a lot of important information here. I mean, just look at things like that. The name Will in Jewish gematria is 949. We're talking about September 4th, April 9th. Will Smith dead on April 9th. But hold on, that's not what I want to show you. Where's it at? Right here. I pointed out how from the Super Bowl, which Peyton Manning won, who was the son of Archie Manning, who played for the Saints that never won anything. Then the Saints won their first Super Bowl against Peyton Manning, the son of Archie Manning. It's all rigged. It's all scripted. Will Smith was part of that Super Bowl team. That was Super Bowl 44. Will Smith equals 44. Kill equals 44. One Will Smith getting a Lifetime Achievement Award. The other one supposedly being murdered. Anyhow, from that Super Bowl to the day of the news story, the day after his death, he also died late April 9th. It was April 10th, Universal Standard Time. But anyhow, from the day of the Super Bowl until the day of the big news of his killing was 63 days, and that's a big number in 2016. If you add every number up to 63, just like we did with 13, if you add every number up to 13, it sums to 91. If you add every number up to 63, it sums to 2016. This story, big news in the beginning of 2016. This story, again, it was about a car crash. Car crash equals 44. Will Smith equals 44. Kill equals 44. He died after winning Super Bowl 44 with the Saints. We're going to talk about the 33-day Pope and how he died on a date with 44 numerology. But first I want to show you this about Mother Teresa. The word saint equals 63, corresponding with 2016. Look at this. Today's date, where she becomes a saint, a date with 49 numerology, just like the date Will Smith died. And 49 is the number of revelation, the book of prophecy. The square root of 49 is 7. Number of completion. From the day Will Smith died until today is a span of 149 days. Another 49 in that sequence. She was a Roman Catholic. Her name that she was often called was Blessed Teresa of Calcutta. Gematria of 74, just like Roman Catholic, just like Masonic, just like Jewish, just like occult. Think about how the Catholic Church has pushed the day of worship from Saturday, the Sabbath day, also having to do with Saturn's day, They've pushed it to Sunday. Sunday as in the sun in the sky, God's one and only Son, which is also in Christianity, Jesus. This gang that still runs things to this day by the numbers are the people who've built our language, our calendar system. The Gregorian calendar system is truly credited to the Catholic Church, which we're on. Calendar equals 58, Gregorian equals 58, Freemasonry equals 58. Another tribute within Freemasonry to the Catholic Church. The reflection of 74 is the number 47, Christians 47, authorities 47, foundations 47. In Freemasonry, Euclid's 47th problem is about how to establish a foundation for a building. Words such as Jesus, cross, Messiah, gospel all have gematria of 74. March 15th, come back up here for a second, show you this. Mother Teresa, it was March 15th. Maybe I didn't post it here. Let me show you right here, Truth Seeker. I think I got it right here so you can see this. It was March 15th news that Mother Teresa would be made a saint on September 4th. I documented this on the blog. March 15th is the 74th day of the year. March 15th is the 74th day of the year. That was the date it was announced she would become a saint, which is now today, September 4th, corresponding with her name, Blessed Teresa of Calcutta. And if you're new to my channel, from the very first video up to the one you're watching, which is video 1,000 and something, in every single video, or it's got to be all but maybe 2 or 3, I've talked about the number 74. This is one of the most important numbers to this gang. It's why our nation's birthday is July 4th. Independence Day equals 74. Holiday equals 74. Out of the 50 states, only one sums to 74. Oregon, the 33rd state. Jesus and cross, 74. On the cross at 33. So from the date of the announcement until today, the day she was made a saint, a span of 174 days, which connects to New World Order. Mother Teresa, she's also commonly called, has gematria of 147, a re-scrambling of those numbers. Last year in Illinois, the archbishop there dropped dead April 17th, a date that can be written 17/4. You know, 17/4, just like New World Order. What am I saying? The Catholic Church, the Freemasons in high places, the Zionists, this is the network. This is who runs our world, who controls us. Mother Teresa has almost been dead for 19 years. She died in 97, the reflection of 79, Pope Francis's age. She died September 5th. You know, the anniversary will be tomorrow. So it's been almost 19 years. 18 years, 1 day short. The word saint alone is 18. She's made a saint. She's joining saints. Saints, the plural, 19, the reflection of 91, the number Will Smith wore. New Orleans Saints in gematria sums to 91. I forgot to mention that. Again, that connects to the date of establishment for the Jesuit order. The gematria of saint, 63, 2016. You know, when I was a child, for kindergarten and first grade, my parents had me go to a Catholic school because they had all-day care. And two figures we learned a lot about were Mother Teresa and Mahatma Gandhi. And I want to show you a parallel between both of their deaths. I'm not sure either of these people died naturally. She died September 5th, a date that's written 5/9 in most parts of the world, a lot like the number 59. The word kill in Jewish gematria equals 59. She died on a date very much connected to that number. Also, this date, if we add it up, check this out. September 5th, 14 plus 19 more, 33 plus 97, 130. 130, drop the 0 from the end, back to 13. 13 connects to 41 like Saint Teresa. With regards to her and Mahatma Gandhi, there are parallels between their deaths. Also, what you should know is her birth. August 26th, 1910, 8 plus 26 is 34, plus 19 is 53, plus 10 is 63. 63, saint equals 63, becoming a saint in 2016. Also, you can add this numerology without the 19. 8 plus 26 is 34, plus 10 is 44. One of the other kill numbers is 44. Simple English, kill is 11 plus 9 plus 12 plus 12. K plus I plus L, 44. So 44 and 59 connected to her birth and death numerology. Check this out with Gandhi. Gandhi was murdered on January 30th. In the US, we write that date 1/30, a lot like 130. Again, 130, a lot like 13. He died at 5:17 p.m. In military time, that's 1717. And the word kill in Pythagorean gematria is 17. He was shot dead at 1717, a number connected to killing. Where he died, the Burla house, it has gematria of 47 and 56, just like the word Christian. The word Christian's 47 and 56. His birth name, right here, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. What stands out to me most about this name is the Karamchand, the gematria of 74, the big way, 47, the small way. And Gandhi, 43, again, 191, the 43rd prime, interrelated. Catholic Church. I'm telling you, as a Catholic kid growing up in the 80s, or I shouldn't say a Catholic kid, I was never Catholic. We were technically Lutheran, but my parents had me go to this Catholic school. Anyhow, all of these numbers, Roman Catholicism, 74. As for 75, that's the number of New World Order, the small way. The big way, 174, which we already covered. And Mahatma Gandhi, his full name in simple English gematria, in Pythagorean gematria, gematria of 193. 193 is the 44th prime number. Again, 44 coming back to killing. Some very interesting parallels between, the names and the deaths of two of these recognized figures. Children my age growing up, we were taught about these two people as like the kindest people in the world, essentially. The day he died, January 30th, 48, 1 plus 30 plus 48, also a date with 79 numerology. Murder 79, Pope Francis currently 79. Here's where we're going to close out. There was a 33-day Pope in the history of the Catholic Church because he died, and he was supposed to be in good health. When he came in as the Pope, he said his mission was to clean up the Vatican bank, which had all sorts of corruption. This is what runs the world. Money, power, influence, control. The day this man died was September 28th, 1978, the day after the Jesuit order's birthday. Is it possible he was poisoned on the Jesuit order and died accordingly the next day? Things such as arsenic will do that. Arsenic's the 33rd element on the periodic table. Arsenic equals 33. It's been used all throughout history to kill, to poison. The date this man died was a date with 44 numerology. 44 numerology. The kill number, Very interesting. The Pope that replaced him came to the United States. This Pope's birth name connects with Pope Francis as well. Pope Francis last year, when he got off the plane for the United States of America, when he arrived, it truly was 4:04 Eastern Time as he stepped off the plane onto the United States of America, Pope Francis. We documented that. It's back there in the old videos. These people really play it tight to the numbers. And I'm going to put out one more video after this, possibly two more. And both of those videos, I'm going to be talking about death and 44. The next video is on the two major college football upsets, Wisconsin over LSU and Houston over Oklahoma. We'll be talking about Wisconsin, whose quarterback is Mr. Houston himself. And what's it all got to do with these same numbers? All right, Truth Seeker, until next time. Encore. Before we go, for those of you who want to do this research yourself, which I always encourage, please save the website numberempire.com. Using their search bar, if you type in a number, it will tell you all sorts of information about it. We talked about the number 44 in this video, its connection to killing. If you sum the divisors of the number 44, they sum to 84. Very interesting that our current president, Obama, is the 44th president, born on August 4th, 84. The name Obama in Jewish gematria is 84. This year there was that shooting in Dallas, and they showed the supposed shooter. They had a background with the word colors above his bicep and the address 4484. These numbers are put before our eyes for a reason, and again, this language of numbers into words, they are Masonic practices. They're as old as time. Until next time, Truth Seeker.